So I just walked out of Obsession. That was one of the most unique movie experiences I've had so far this year. It's one of those movies that leaves you in shock and thinking about what you just watched. I was really excited to watch this movie, especially coming from a first-time director and from an original idea. Let's talk about what this movie does right. First off, the concept is insanely effective. It takes that be careful what you wish for idea and pushes it to a place that feels personal, not just horror, but emotional horror. Because instead of monsters or ghosts, the threat is something way more grounded, obsession, and the film builds that tension slowly. It actually starts off feeling like a rom-com, light, awkward, even kind of funny. Then little by little it becomes unsettling and then straight up disturbing. The performances are a major standout, especially Inda Navarrete, who absolutely carries this movie. Her transformation from normal to completely unhinged is honestly terrifying. Like, not jump scare scary, but this feels wrong kind of scary. One thing I really did like is that it didn't give us cheap jump scares like many horror movies do and doesn't rely on cheap scares. It builds dread through behavior, through silence, through moments that just feel off. And when things finally snap, it gets brutal. My only real issue with the movie is the characters. As interesting as the concept is, some of the emotional depth just isn't fully there. You don't always connect with the main character the way the movie wants you to, and because of that, some moments feel more shocking than meaningful. Now let's talk about what this movie actually means, because Obsession isn't really about horror, it's about control. It's about what happens when you try to force love instead of earning it. The movie basically asks, if someone loved you, but it wasn't their choice, would you even want it? And the answer it gives is brutal, because what the main character creates isn't love, it's possession. It's codependency taken to the extreme. It's what happens when someone stops being a person and becomes an idea. There's also a deeper layer here about entitlement. The idea that someone deserves love just because they want it, and the movie completely tears that apart. It shows how dangerous that mindset can become when it goes unchecked. At the end of the day, Obsession is one of those movies that's not trying to make you comfortable. It wants you to sit with that feeling, that uneasy, something's wrong here kind of vibe. So overall, this was such a well-made horror movie that successfully blends horror with comedy and at the same time sends a meaningful message. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10.